the party that's being involved in all of this. They're just trying to make it more religious in any way or form, trying to bring in restrictions with the way we live, with what we wear, with how we move. Everything's becoming a problem at this point.
The Uttarakhand Civil Code Bill was introduced in the Assembly yesterday. I'm Sarah Fazil reporting for India Today's SoSouth. Now, this is proposing a uniform set of laws governing even personal matters, relationships like live-in relationships. So now, if a couple in Uttarakhand has to get into a live-in relationship, they need to register it 1 month from the date of entering into it, failing which they can face imprisonment from 3 to 6 months and even a fine of rupees 25,000 and more. We went on asking the youth of Namma Bengaluru of what they thought if this UCC Act had to be introduced in Karnataka and Bengaluru's live-in relationships had to be registered. What do they think about it? And also question them about UCC stringent laws and whether they were raising concerns on the constitutional rights of privacy and personal liberty. Let's find out.
No, it shouldn't be registered.
Why?
But I think if you like someone, you can live with them. Yeah, you can live with them. It's not that deep. You can live with them.
That's all you have to say about
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
And I feel like registering will be invasion of privacy as well, because someone should not know who you're living with or what you're doing with them.
Correct.
And going for jail for it and all is a very big thing. I don't think it should really be such a big problem.
Plus, if they're not, if they're in a living relationship, they're not sure about if they're going to be like, okay, they're going to continue with it. There are chances of breaking up. So, if you register for it and then you break up after that, that is going to lead to multiple legal
It's
issues
better than
later.
getting a divorce later on.
My other question to you is, do you think that, these constitutional provisions are somehow very stringent when it comes to our private lives?
Yeah, maybe. I think they shouldn't really care about so much about our stuff. They shouldn't really care so much about our stuff. We should be able to live how we want to.
Do you think that these constitutional provisions kind of are stringent on our personal liberty and privacy?
Yeah, it could be, because I feel Indian society is a little backward thinking as well. So we should be more open to live-in relationships.
It's going to help the success rate of a relationship and reduce divorce cases.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I think you should
And maybe
promote
also
living.
reduce all the abusive things what some husbands do to their wife and all. Might reduce that too. Because they are what they are getting into, no?
I feel like it needs to be introduced in Bangalore with the formal rules and all that. I feel like it makes it more independent. Like, they get to experience a lot of stuff, do everything on their own, and it also gives them a sense of responsibility.
Register the relationship. Do you think a live-in relationship should be registered?
Yes, I feel like no, I don't think it needs to be registered. Okay, I don't think it needs to be registered because it's something which you have to try out. It's not like a forever thing. So I feel like it's just you giving it a shot. Yeah.
There will be an uproar. I feel like it's more regular here, right, than anywhere else. Yeah, it won't make much of a difference for me right now, but sure will be people who are
But
affected by it.
moral police couples?
Huh?
Should you really moral police couples? Do you really think so that this kind of a mandatory registration needs to happen?
It's not progressive for sure, but they have got to take some other step, not just be that stern.
What do you think about your privacy and your personal liberty?
So basically, consent is between two people. No other institution or organization can control that. So it's just between the people, and don't really care about what they say. So it's just between you and your partner.
Right.
You don't care about what others say and all that. It's just between you and your partner, and the consent is important.
Right.
That's all there is.
It's an invasion of privacy. So I feel like somewhere, already live-in relationships are common and they are happening over here. I feel like there is no need of any law to make it get it registered. I feel like that's not required because it is a clear invasion of privacy. If I want to get it registered, I'll get it registered. If I don't want to get it registered, I go about not getting it registered.
Honestly speaking, I don't support this, because when you say live in relationships, you're assuming, the fact is that most people are going to be above 21 years of age, first of all, and they're consenting adults. And whatever they do it's their own doing. It's their own will. So whether they want to register it or not is up to them. But personally speaking, I don't see it, because two consenting adults in a relationship wanting to live in together, that's up to them. They're no longer under their parents' control.
And do you think this is somewhere like, raising concerns, constitutional concerns about privacy and personal
Yeah, because our constitution very like it straight away talks about like freedom of speech, of doing whatever you want. That's what freedom entails. That's what our constitution like gives us liberty, and this is kind of an invasion of our privacy.
I definitely feel it is not right for the court to put up such a law when the constitution itself says that there is an article 25 says that people have right to freedom of their own privacy, and they have freedom for their speech and expression, whatever it is. People have rights for their privacy, and the government doing this will be an infringement for their privacy. So I definitely feel it is not right for the government doing this, and it will definitely not be accepted by the young individuals. The basic idea why they're coming out of their house is because they don't want to face their family and stuffs they are dealing with. So it is definitely not right for the government for doing this.
See, I don't think there's a need to register a live-in relationship. I mean, if I'm married to someone and I'm buying a house, I just need registration for the house. I don't need to tell who I'm living with. So that's my personal life, and I don't think I have to justify who I'm living with, why I'm living with, and what my relationship with the other person
Do you
is.
think that UCC is imposing a lot of stringent, policies on consensual relationship between consenting adults,
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see the point behind getting a registration for any type of relationship. I mean, okay, what if I'm living with my sister? She's a girl, I'm a guy. I don't need to register for that. But if I'm living with another girl, say who's a friend, I will have to register because everyone will be like, oh, it's a live-in relationship.
Yeah.
So what if we are just work colleagues? What if it's just easy for us to commute? I mean, I don't think it's right to register for something like that.
According to me, it is invasion of privacy because I know so many people who are in a live-in relationship out here, especially my neighbors who are living around me, and I feel they have a sense of loyalty or trust between them because of which they are agreeing to stay. If they bring in all this, what they're planning to, it looks more like a bond where they are like forced to write an agreement that yes, I am staying, and then I have a bond between them. That's not needed. It's truly based on loyalty and trust is what I believe.
And do you think that UCC stringent laws like this, regarding consensual relationships between two adults, is raising constitutional concerns about our privacy and personal liberty?
It is like raising a lot of issues related to privacy because it's up to me and it's up to my partner as to what we are planning to do. Not everyone around us should be involved into this.
I mean, of course, it's at stake. Why would anyone try to? I feel like, again, with the constitution, am I allowed to talk about the party? Yes. The party that's being involved in all of this, they're just trying to make it more religious in any way or form, trying to bring in restrictions with the way we live, with what we wear, with how we move. Everything's becoming a problem at this point, and it's not supposed to be religious. It's a liberal, secular nation for a reason. And if you're trying to remove the liberalism, the secularism behind it, then what's the point of having a constitution that was built years ago and we're celebrating it? We had Republic Day. We're doing all of that for what? Like, none of this makes sense if you're celebrating one thing and you're going against it day and night. So I don't think it's right. I don't think any of us will agree to it. It's wrong. It's completely wrong.